Right, so just want to say a quick thank you to gaugefaces.com. They've kindly sponsored today's video and sourced us with these fantastic gauges we're about to install. If you do want some yourself, they do various different custom or OEM replica styles. Just give them a shout, and they will also offer 20% discount if you use the mrmotors code, which I'll put below in the description there. So yeah, if you've got something a bit boring, you want to spice it up a bit, or something you want to match in, colour match a bit in the interior, give it a whirl. Right, so super simple. Let's undo the steering wheel, pull it forward and down, like so, and I'll just clamp that back in place. There we go, like that. Right, so this isn't my footage, but as you can see, you would remove this piece of trim here. Just pop a little trim tool down the back or the side, give it a gentle pull, and it just clips off. There's the clips, as you can see there. No bolts. And this one, you can grab it from the corner. You can use a trim tool, but you don't really need it. And just pull it down. You can just unclip that wire there, but ultimately you can just leave it dangling out the way for a moment. Again, all clips, no bolts. This surround's then got to come off, so you can grab it lower down on each side here. Give it a gentle pull to unclip it, and then do the same at the top. Pull that down, and as you pull it down, pull it forward towards you. And once the bottom's gone, they should all unclip out. You can remove this by removing the flexible bit of leather at the bottom from the steering cowling, or you can just drop it back on its face like that. There is enough clearance to do it that way. I removed it because it was no more difficult. So now I've got enough clearance so we can see the other panels pushed out the way to show the screws. We're just going to go ahead and start unscrewing it. It's worth noting you don't want to lose these screws. They could fall down the back and be a pain to find. They generally would just fall straight through to the footwell, but just to be on the safe side, if you use a magnetic screwdriver, or if you haven't got one, put a magnet onto the screwdriver, and that will obviously in turn make it magnetic. Not worth losing these screws because they are a bit fiddly. So now it's time to remove the gauge cluster, so we're going to pull it forward, tilt it onto its front. That will allow you to get to the plugs. There's one plug on the far left which removes the cluster, as you can see here. On the GT4 there's actually another one on the far right, only a single plug, small one. Just undo that too, drop it down to its face. Now I couldn't take it out from the top, it had to come out from left or right. It made it a bit easier, a bit more clearance, but that's it, removed. So the next job is to remove this bezel. Pretty straightforward. There's 6 clips, 1, 2, 3 on this side and 1, 2, 3 on the other side. You will need to undo the screws. I think they're T10s. So as so, just start unscrewing these. And then the trick to it is we're going to get a little pry tool, pop it underneath this side, unclip it on both edges there, and then turn it around and do exactly the same again. Right, and we now should be able to just lift it off. So these needles need to be, you need to make a note of where they sat. They're dead simple to remove. 2 fingers, pull up quite firm, and it should pop off. There's no locating pin or anything, just on resistance, so when you put it back on, you just have to fell a little bit to get it in the right resistance. Moving the actual overlay itself, unclip it here and here from this white centerpiece, and then lift and push to the right as there's a little locating tab on the bottom right which hooks over. Obviously this isn't mine because I've got the yellow dials showing the picture, so this is just to show you how to install it again. But yeah, line up at the bottom right first, slide it over to the left so it's in place, and then just push firmly and click it back in so it's located properly. To put the needle in, just put it in gently at first. You can see where it's got some resistance and where it stops. Suggest to just twist it gently until the point when it's actually in the resting place you want it to be, and then push down firmly, put it all the way in home. Obviously the same with this style. I'm just going to use 2 fingers to pull it out, quite firm. Be aware, this chap I'm using footage from didn't use gloves. I had gloves on to stop me marking on the dials and any dust and stuff. However, if you do, it's quite easy to wipe them clean again. I'd suggest not making a mess in the first place so you don't have to clean it. Same thing, find out where you want it to go, push it down home, all the way down for solid resistance, and that's it. Right, so that's all done. I didn't film the fit the actual overlays. It's pretty straightforward. I did want to do it in an open environment, so I kind of shut myself in, make sure everything's dusted, put gloves on, just to make sure there's no dust or anything inside the gauges. I want to be careful. But as you can see, it's really straightforward. I'll just flip the dial over for you and show you behind. So you need to unscrew this one, this top one, this one, this one, and this one. I don't think you need to undo that one there. And then as you can see on the sides, you've got some clips. It's 3, 1, 2, 3 on this side, and the same on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Dead simple. Put a little pry tool in there, undo them slowly, and it'll clip off and spring away. If you've got a friend who can hold the base and saw and gently pull the top as you're doing it, even better. But it is a one-handed or one-man job, should we say, if you need to. So yeah, there we go. Let's get them back in the car. Right, so that's it all completed. I really like it, I think. The yellow's a lovely colour splash, it matches the rest of the interior. Quality seems really good. So I haven't used it at night yet, so I'll see if I'm still happy with it then. But overall, I think nice little addition, well worth doing.